Rich Paul defends Luka Doncic LeBron James from defensive criticisms for Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers have a glaring problem at the defensive end. And significantly, Luka Doncic and LeBron James are drawing much of the blame from the majority. But in the eyes of Rich Paul, it's completely unfair to criticize both Lakers superstars for the team's defensive problems. Normally, it's not the superstar guy that's going to be your all-defensive guy. Even in LeBron's case, people get on him about the defense today, but we've seen it. If you have to depend on a 41-year-old, you're in trouble anyway. Nocioni's early clashes with LeBron James. Andres Nocioni, a name etched in basketball history, recently spoke about his first NBA matchups with none other than LeBron James, the game's reigning titan. With a laugh, he admitted, "At first I honestly thought I could stop him." Oh, the optimism of youth! Coming from a place few can truly understand, Nocioni was a cornerstone of Argentina's golden generation, a team that didn't just play basketball but redefined it for the nation. Now based in General Pico, the Santa Fe native has forged a global career fueled by sheer determination, raw emotion, and a refusal to back down in any fight. Arriving with the Chicago Bulls, a franchise forever associated with the legacy of Michael Jordan, has only furthered his popularity. That iconic jersey propelled him headfirst into some of the biggest challenges the league had to offer, and boy did he rise to the occasion. Defending a rising star. Among those challenges, one looms larger than life: defending a young LeBron James early in his NBA career. Looking back on those games, now Nocioni's voice rings with a mix of pride and pure admiration as he shared his thoughts in a recent interview. "That first year, I really believed I could match him physically," he recalled, harking back to those tough, intense battles when LeBron was just starting out in his second or third season. Back then, James wasn't the invincible force that would dominate the NBA for nearly 2 decades. Sure, the talent was impressive, the power was undeniable, and his presence on the court was already intimidating, but the full transformation was still in the making. For Nocioni, that gap meant a chance to rely on his own weapons: relentless contact, hard-hitting tackles, and a defense that simply wouldn't give up. A power shift. He wasn't that hard to guard yet. His shot wasn't that impossible, and you could exploit that weakness, Nocioni explained with the clarity of hindsight. That shaky shot, combined with a game that was still maturing, gave him enough room to shake him up, to push him into making rash decisions, to pull him out of his comfort zone. But let's not get carried away. Nocioni is the first to admit that LeBron had his number more than once. "He dropped 40 on me, didn't he?" he said with a sharp, almost submissive laugh. Even so, in those heated moments, Nocioni felt he could turn it into an aerial brawl, get under James' skin, fight for every possession with a fire that matched his own relentless spirit. "Sometimes I could stop him, make him sharp," he recalled, remaining true to a style of play that always put heart and perseverance above all else. A constant evolution. But things changed over the years. In Nocioni's own words, LeBron's rise was from another planet, a leap so staggering that it left no room for debate. The day came when no tactic in the book could beat him. Neither experience, nor smart positioning, nor even brute force stood a chance. You'd hang on to him, and he'd just lift you up like you didn't weigh anything. Nocioni vividly described a physical dominance that was simply stunning. This stunning evolution didn't just change the game, it shifted their dynamic on the floor. Nocioni admitted with a smile, "He didn't really like me." The endless physicality, those desperate grabs at the rim, the hard fouls aimed solely at slowing him down, all created a tension that lingered in every match. For the chap, as he is affectionately known, these battles are among the most challenging of his storied career. "We're talking about the absolute elite, the top of the top," he concluded, his words simple but meaningful. Ultimately, what he saw was the very moment LeBron transformed from a contender to a living legend, a transformation few could have predicted so early.